Today I have a Western Digital Elements Play drive that the USB connector pulled out. So I will show you guys how to open this and how to resolder the USB connector. Luckily the connector is still in one piece. I know you won't be able to see it properly, but it's still fine. So I'll just clean it up a bit, resolder it, and then it should be working. Let's see, this is the hard drive side. So what you do to open it, take a knife or screwdriver, just lift it on the hard drive side, and then it opens just like this. Now before you take the PC board out, you have to pull the hard drive back. It's really stiff, but okay, there we have it. Let me just zoom in a bit, you can see what I'm talking about. There's only one screw here, so it's very easy to take apart. Take the screw out, lift the PC board from this side, and then you have to disconnect the fan. Let me just show you where the fan is connected. You see there's the wire for the fan. Disconnect the fan, and then you have the PC board out. Put that aside. Let's just get my helping hands out. Now there you'll see the USB connector that broke loose, so that's what we'll be fixing today. Just clamp it in nicely. Now I'll use some solder, liquid solder flux, no clean solder flux, just with a chisel tip soldering iron. Just to tin all the connections. I'll also do the same to the connector. I have to reclamp this. It's going to be easier if I clamp the USB connector with the helping hands. It's reasonably difficult to line it up because the pins doesn't stick out underneath. A bit bent. This damaged the pins quite a bit, but it's still viable, so see if I can make it work. Put some more flux on while I solder it. It's gonna work definitely better with a hot air station. For this I'll be using a Magnum. It's a SM3004 hot air station with a 1004 hot air pencil. This station is made in South Africa, so it's reasonably good. I've had it for quite a while, and my soldering iron I have for almost 10 years and I don't have any issues with it. So this is, it works pretty well. The solder is difficult to melt. It's probably some silver in it as well. Let's just do this. It will help a lot. So I only use 60-40 solder. It melts a lot easier than the silver stuff. This is still not working. Now the best other option is clean it up completely and then just add solder onto it later. And there's too much other components in the way that's sucking up my heat from the soldering iron and the hot air station. For cleaning it, I use the Tech Spray Pro Week. I normally use the number 4 for cleaning reasonably small stuff, and then I have a number 5 as well for the very large components, and I also have a number 2, if I'm not mistaken, for very small surface mount components. But the number 4 is a good all-around solder wick. And just wipe all this flux off. Get most of this flux from the solder wick off. And then we can start soldering. So now I'll just try and clamp it. It's very difficult to clamp it and keep all the legs lined up. No, clamping is definitely not going to work. No, the only option is to solder it freehand. When I have one mounting soldered, it's going to go a lot easier. Okay, one is done. I'm going to zoom in even further so that you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Excuse me for moving the camera so much. I don't have a decent tripod. There you'll see, you can see clearly the USB port. Let's just zoom in a bit more. Nope, lost the focus there. Okay, so now I'll just solder the other sides. Looks like it's a bit skew. That's not a good thing. Yep, that's better. Okay, so now we have that soldered. Easiest way there. It's going to be extremely difficult. I'll still use my chisel tip, just clean it a bit. Leave the hot air station completely out of this. That's just going to screw everything up. Tip is nice and clean. We're going to add some more liquid flux. Add lots of it. And then this is extremely tight. I think my tip makes it underneath there. Looks like it's soldered. Yep. That should last a while. It's very difficult to see underneath there, but there you have it. This should work. So now we just put it back together, and then we can test it. I'm just going to check it with a loop and make sure the pins doesn't short out. No, they look perfectly fine. And it's soldered properly. It's not gonna come out again. Now it's the easy part. Oh, forgot one thing. You guys probably saw it before I did. Still need to connect up the fan. Aha. Screw it in tightly, but not too tightly. Don't want to split the PC board in the process. Then push the hard drive back. Use a screwdriver and help it a bit. Oh. It's tough to get this drive back in place. As I drive back in place, just put the lid back on. Easy, done. And there you can see there's the USB connector that I installed. Now I'll just test it. I'm not going to put that on camera. That's just going to waste everyone's time. That's all for today. Thank you.